までの授業では最初にアンダーハンドサーブと組み手片手のパスを練習してパスで返し合いをする試合を始めました。でパスで返し合いだけをしてたのではあまりバレーボールの試合っていうのは面白くないですね。でそこでオーバーハンドパスとトスを上げてスパイクを打つ練習をしました。
We have already studied how to pass, set up, and spike in our last lessons.
試合ができるようになったと思います。しかし今度は相手のチームがスパイクを打ってくると今度はそれを守ることをみんなで考えていかなきゃいけないですね。でネットの近くで
Can you use these skills very well in your games?
バレーボールで言うでしょ。それからコートの後ろの方でその相手の打ったスパイクをレシーブする。これをスパイクレシーブ。
In this lesson, we shall study defensive skills such as spike receptions and service receptions to prevent opponents' offensive efforts.
ですから今日は
When you master these skills, you can have many rallies in your games, making them more exciting and interesting. I hope you show your fighting spirit against spike balls in this lesson.
一つレシーブをみんなで声を出し合いながら元気よくやってみましょう。今日はいいですか。
To master the spike reception, one of the most important elements is the basic position prior to receptions. Please come here and try the fundamental position, which is basically the same as what you've already learned. But a spike ball approaches faster than a pass, so you should always be ready for a spike ball, keeping the fundamental position. Always pay attention to the ball and move quickly just in front of a spike ball as soon as possible. Keep a low position and move to your right, then to the left. Again, move forward. Always watch the ball and return a high ball to the spiker's direction.
レシーブはここまで来てやるとこういうようなねことをよく頭に入れてそれからやっていったらいいと思います。
In reception, always keep a low, ready position, even while moving to a spike ball. In this training, you should move quickly just in front of the ball, keeping a low position. Receive and hit the serve ball from as low a position as possible. Hit and try to return the ball just to the opponent's players. Aim at the partners surely and slowly. The next training method is to have one player hit services and another receive them, using the sideline of the court. You should master the feeling and timing in service receptions. Move and return the ball to the direction of the setter. In service reception, you should return the ball directly to the setter without fail. Movements in service reception are basically the same as the movements in underhand pass, but use only sidestep technique when you move left and right in order to keep your line of sight parallel to the floor. When players master the fundamentals in service reception, we should go to the combination training of service receptions and set up by two players. In this training, a player who receives a service should call mine, so the other player can move quickly near the net for the next setups. Let's go. The setter should call, come on, for receivers. As in the two-player reception, the player who wants to receive the service should call mine. Then other players move for setups or coverages.
他の2人はそれぞれカバーに回るかセッター役に回るかしてください。
I would like to explain how to receive a spike ball or opponent's attack. Receive a spike ball by moving forward and return the ball right above the spiker. After the reception, move backward to your starting position and switch to the next player quickly. Spike balls are very fast and powerful, so watch your position and keep ready. When you receive a spike ball, keep your arms stretched just in front of your chest. At the impact, pull your arms back slightly while moving forward. Tie both hands together as an underhand pass by stretching elbows. Try to receive a spike ball between your knees if possible. The footwork in moving left and right is quite the same as the footwork in the underhand pass. Because the spike ball comes to you so fast, try to anticipate the spike's course according to the actions of the spikers and move quickly just in front of the spike ball. Move quickly by using side or cross steps when a ball comes close to your positions. A player stands near the wall to make it easy for ball retrievers to pick up the ball. In actual game situations, you should always be ready for the ball to come to you as soon as you finish your play. Sometimes you will be forced to retrieve a ball so suddenly that you don't have time to think about your motion. In this case, the ability to react to such a ball is very important for a good player. So we need this next training to improve on such split-second receptions. Stretch your arms, not to your side, but in 45-degree angles forward and return the ball upward. When you receive a powerfully spiked ball, you must receive it with a split-second reaction. Through this training, you will master the best method to react quickly against spiked balls coming from different directions. Stay in this position and stretch your arms left and right like this. Concentrate your mind just on the returning ball in this reception. Keep low and extend your arms instantaneously to the ball. Let's go. Okay? Very good. Relax your body, keeping your arms forward. Stretch your arms directly to the returning balls. Hit a ball upward, just in front of your body. Before your movement in reception, you should anticipate the direction of the spike by carefully watching the approach and the form of the spiker. When a spiker hits the ball far from the net, you will receive the spike ball near the end line of the court, not near the net. But when a spiker hits the ball near and high above the net, you should move quickly toward the net in order to receive the spike. The second element is to anticipate the direction of the spike by watching the final approach of the spiker. Using these conditions, you can decide the proper direction of your movements and timing for receptions. I want to explain the movement to your side. In this case, you should anticipate the spike direction according to the direction of the final left step of the spiker, if the spiker is right-handed. When the direction of the final right step is at an angle of 90 degrees to the net, the spiker normally hits the spike straight. But if the angle is 45 degrees to the net, you should move to your right before he or she spikes. Stand up and make one line, please. Watch carefully the direction of both feet of the spiker in the final approach. You should anticipate and move quickly in the same direction. Now, let's try. I show the direction by my left step, so you should decide the direction of movements by my steps, okay? Let's go this side. Very good. There are 4 directions of movement of spike receptions: back and forth, left and right. You should anticipate one direction out of these 4 before you move. The next point you need to anticipate is the timing and speed of spikes. We have studied many important elements on spike receptions, so now we'll introduce successive reception training all over the court by one player. All hit many kinds of soft or hard spikes to use successively. So you must move and receive all spike balls covering all over the court, moving back and forth, left and right. Fighting spirit is required in this training. Do your best and always hustle. When players have mastered spike receptions moving in a single direction, we introduce successive combined training methods. Moving in all directions for receptions, as in the actual game situations. Let's go. Move forward. Forward.
Hard spikes come to you very quickly in many cases. So if you want to be a very good receiver, you should master the diving and rolling technique as the advanced player. This is a sample of rolling reception. In volleyball games, we have 6 players, as you know. We need very close cooperation by all team players in the game situations. As a first step, we should master combined spike receptions by 2 players. In this training, when I step in this direction, the player standing toward the other direction should move forward for setups or feint ball reception. This is a combination by 2 players. Do you understand? So without a good reading of the movement of your partner, which we have already studied, we cannot perform good combination play in receptions. When a spiker is going to hit a spike to the right player, the player on the left position should move for a feint ball reception or next setup, after spike reception by the player on the right. When the spiker hits a spike to the left player, the opposite movement should be used by the 2 players. When 2 players standing about the same distance from the other spiker are careless about the anticipated motion of the other, they cannot receive a feint ball just in front of them or a spike ball between them. When they move in the same directions, they crash against each other, leaving no setter after a reception. So their anticipation is very important in spike receptions. The player on the left moves forward before the spike for feint receptions or next setups. Then we try the spike combination receptions by 3 players. In this case, one player moves for coverage of the receiver. For example,
When the spiker hits the ball, you should move forward. You should move for his coverage. Okay, very good. You should be a setter. When the right front hits a spike to the right back player, the left back player moves forward for a feint ball reception. The center back player moves to cover for the left back player. When the left front spiker hits a spike to the left back player, the right back player moves forward for a feint ball or setup, and the center back player moves to cover for the left back player. When the center back player receives a spike, the left and right back players move forward at the same time. So in this case, we have no coverage player. The center back player is in the final defensive line and has to return the ball forward, not backward. He has no players behind him. Okay, very good. Set up just in front of spiker slowly and surely. Very good. Don't be hasty. Do it correctly. Players at the left and right position should watch for a spike near the sideline. You are the only player who should receive such balls hit near the sidelines. In combination reception, anticipation of spike direction is essential for good combinations.
このようにセッター役のプレイヤーはスパイクのコースを予測して素早く前に出ていきます。
Next, we'll try the game using spike and service receptions. In actual games, most spikers and servers always want to get points when they hit the ball. In this situation, a receiver should move quickly to receive opponent's spikes and services without hesitation. Always try to read the opponent to receive his shots correctly. You will improve these skills if you always concentrate in training. When you improve these defensive skills, you can expect many rallies in your games, making them more exciting and enjoyable to play in your lessons. Do your best in receptions and enjoy your games.